In this video clip, I will show you how to draw a bar chart in R statistics using the barplot command. To draw a bar chart in R statistics, you need to define the values on the y-axis by inserting y space assignment operator less than minus sign, and followed by space, then C for combine brackets, and insert in that bracket values for each bar in the chart, followed by comma, and this value would be either a mean or a frequency or a percentage. To define and give each bar name or label underneath the bar in the chart, insert X space assignment operator, then the vector which will define and give the bars labels is C for combine bracket, and then inside the bracket quotation mark, inside the quotation mark insert the name or the label for that bar, comma, followed by quotation mark and the name for the second bar and the third and the fourth, and so on. To draw the bar chart, use the command barplot bracket y comma, then insert the command names.arg equal to x. The function names.arg will insert names underneath each bar in a chart. Also, to change the color of the bar in the chart or diagram, use the command color COL equal to with a red, blue, green, and so on. To change the texture of the bar, use the command density equal to 5 or 10 or any other value. For border color, use the command border equal to blue, green, yellow, whatever. That has to be inserted between quotation mark as it is a text. Also, you could change the orientation of the chart by either drawing vertical or horizontal bars or chart using the command bar plot bracket y comma names.arg equal to x, then comma, then the command for the orientation horizontal horiz equal to true. At the end, I had inserted the full command to draw a bar chart in R statistics, label the bars with names, and change the color of the bars into red and the density into a value of 10 and the border to a color of blue, and give the chart or plot a title, and insert a label on the y-axis and a label on the x-axis by inserting the following command: barplot brackets, open a bracket, y comma names.arg equal x, which will give each bar a name, comma COL to change the color to red, comma to change the density of the bar into 10 and change the border color into blue, and to give the graph a title, use the command main equal to quotation mark graph 1, and for inserting label for x-axis, use the command xlab equal to quotation mark comma, and for inserting label for the y-axis, use the command y lab equal to quotation mark. Here in this R console, I will show you how to draw a bar plot using the barplot command. But first of all, we need to define the value on the y-axis by inserting y space assignment operator space C for defining the value on the y-axis. C stands for combine, then open a bracket, set a value of 3, and then 9, 18, and then 36, close the bracket, hit enter. To draw a bar plot or a bar chart, type in bar plot, open a bracket, insert y, small letter, close the bracket, hit enter. A bar plot is generated as shown here, showing 4 different bars, and values on the y-axis is given here for the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. To give these bars names, insert X space assignment operator space C for combine, and then open a bracket, and I'm going to give the first bar a label of A, the second B, third C, and the fourth is D. So open a quotation, capital letter A, comma, quotation B, and then quotation C, and then quotation D, close the bracket, hit enter. To give the bars labels or names, insert the bar plot bracket, open a bracket, insert y, comma, insert the command names.arg equal to X, close the bracket, hit enter. As shown here in this chart, a label is given to each bar in the diagram. To give this chart a title and label on the y-axis and on the x-axis, again use the same command here, copy it, insert that here, and then insert comma. For giving a title, use the command main equal to quotation, call it graph number 1, close the quotation, comma. For giving a label for the x-axis, use the command xlab equal to quotation, we'll call it groups, close the quotation, comma, and then for y axis label, use the command ylab equal to quotation frequency, close the quotation, close the bracket. Just to double check, bar plot bracket y, comma, names.arg equal to X, and then for title graph 1, for X label, and for Y label. If I hit the enter key as shown here, the chart is given a title graph 1 and a label is inserted for the x-axis and the y-axis. To change the color of the bar, again copy this command, copy, and then insert it here, and add to that comma color equal to quotation, we'll make it red, and then close the bracket, hit enter. The color of the bar has been changed into red. To change the color of the border here, use the command border. So select this one, this previous command, copy, and then insert that here, and at the end add a comma, and then type border equal to quotation, will give it a green color. So green, quotation, close the bracket, hit enter. A green border is assigned for each bar. To change the texture of each bar, copy the previous command, copy, and then insert that into here, and at the end add a comma, and then type density equal to, let's say 10 here, then close the bracket, hit enter. Texture is inserted for the bars. And finally, to change the orientation of the bars, copy the last command, insert that here, paste, and then add comma, and add the command for horizontal, HORIZ equal to true, close the bracket, hit enter. The orientation of the bars has been assigned horizontally. However, if we look at the labels on the y-axis and the x-axis, the labels need to be swapped, and the way to do that is just copy again the command and then paste the commands here, or the whole sentences with the functions and command in it. And then to change the labels, move the cursor to the groups, and for x-axis it's going to be the frequency, and for the y-axis it's going to be the groups. And if we just hit enter, the correct labeling of the x and y axis is assigned. So this is the way to draw bar chart in R statistics.